I'm going to be using this car rear view camera, and I'm going to try to make this a little bit quick because this is probably going to be the most time consuming for me. But this is a license plate style, and what this is going to do is, okay, it's a separate. I'm going to run this. This is the camera, this is the actual picture, and that will go into the yellow right here. And this red wire that's also attached, this is going to be the power wire that's going to send the signal to the radio, while this right here is going to receive video, and that's how the camera will display what the radio will see. I'm actually gonna have to make this fast. It's freezing cold out here. Essentially speaking, I'm gonna fish the wiring through here, passing through the glove box, and I'm gonna run it basically all the way back to the trunk. And then I'm gonna try to make this quick, so give me a second, you guys. Show you guys what I'm working with here. I have the camera and the receiver. I got it going through here. You can see the little bit of wire right here hanging out. Now I have to fish this wire through the to the trunk, and the best thing I could do here is like kind of pull this back a little bit to like open it up. So this probably can be removed too if I'm not mistaken, but let me see. Nope, I ain't even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna put my hand in here like this, and I'm gonna fish this through. And then in the trunk, over top of the fender liner, we should be able to see this and grab it from wherever it's gonna be sitting at. Leave it out for now. I'll get more extensions if I need it. Look where that little orange spot is. That is some like styrofoam padding. That's where I was able to fit the wire and this through. And I'm just gonna pull this all the way through. All right, let me show you guys my situation here. We need a power source for the rear view camera, and what I'm gonna use here is the the reverse light, because that's a perfect power source. So get a razor blade, a little bit of razor, and just trim this back so that we can expose some of the wiring here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a positive and a negative wire basically down here. I'm gonna probably gonna wrap it around here, and then I probably just have to have it sit on the rubber. That usually won't hurt anything. And then we're gonna tuck it through here. These are 8mm. There's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna run this wiring basically through here and have it stick out here so that I can connect the wires. So a zip tie, a lot of extensions and a zip tie, you can basically feed it through and pull it through like this. Now it's time for us to start making our connections. Okay, we need a power and a ground source. We're gonna get that from our reverse light. I'm already tapped into my red, my power. Now I'm gonna tap into my ground here. When you see there's a stopper, put it through. It's called a T-tap. This is how you tap into a wire without completely cutting it. And I'm just gonna spread this open like that so we can fit this in. Like that, boom. And then now I'm gonna kind of rotate it just because of the way these are set up. And okay, and make sure that black wire is all the way pushed in. Basically what we're gonna do here is squeeze. And what that does is makes a small incision. Oh no! Are you kidding me? Fuck. Alright, let's try this again. Make sure I'm holding pressure there. And I'm just going to squeeze again. I think we're plugged in. Give it the pull test. Yes. Snap this in. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of pull that through like that. Cool. And then you don't have to actually zip tie this, but where it's going to, you don't have to wrap this, but where it's going to make contact with the cover, I'm going to wrap this with some tape so that it doesn't scratch into the insulation and cause a short. Alright, I am connected to the power and the ground. I'm running the wire here. I'll probably run it something like this, and then I will zip tie this to there. This is wrapped, so when it hits that cushion, it's still nice and good. Then I'm gonna feed the wire through here. I have my power and my ground, and then remember, we need power and ground from the rear view camera, and then we need to connect this camera jack to this here. Now with the powers, this is the trigger signal wire. This is what's going to actually tell the camera to turn, this is going to tell the radio to turn the rear view camera on. So we're going to have this power here, and this red wire here. We're going to connect all three of those. I'm going to strip them and use crimp caps and wrap them. And then the ground wire itself, I'm going to connect that to right here, the ground wire that's coming from the rear view camera. So I'll show you guys what this looks like when it's all done. Okay, so all my powers are tapped in. I guess I'll show you guys with the ground real fast. This is the ground from the rear view camera itself. Now this is really thin wiring. It's like 20 gauge wiring. So what you got to do here is kind of very gently pull it like that. Good. Because if you don't, if you're kind of aggressive with it, this 20 gauge wiring will separate pretty easily. Just like that. See how thin that wire is? It's scary. And just to mention, I forgot, the reason why I'm using 18 gauge wire for the camera wires is because thicker wire can handle more electricity than thinner wire. So the rear view camera itself does not use a lot of power, but you just want to make sure that all the electricity can flow without issue. So a little bit thicker is better than thinner. And another thing, when I'm finally done this and once we test and everything fits, what I'll also do is I'll wrap tape around all of these connections, because this is going to be kind of tucked in here. We don't want this camera to pop out. We want to tape everything so that everything's secure. And then this is our ground wire right here. No, it looks a mess right now, you guys, but stay with me. All right, let me show you what I'm working with here. So if we look here, this is the camera source. This is the trigger wire that's running all the way to the radio. This thick power wire is coming from the rear view camera, and this thinner red wire is the actual rear view camera power. If you see here, this splits off to the black. This is the ground to the rear view camera down here, and this black source is the ground from the rear view, the reverse light. So the one thing I wanted to mention here is that you do need a power source for your rear view camera. The reason why I'm using the reverse light is because your rear view camera will only turn on when you put it in reverse. If you hook this up to like a constant power source, what you will notice is there's LEDs here. These LEDs are so that at nighttime your rear view camera is still visible. If you hook this up to a power source, a constant power source, these LED lights will always be on. Your car will look kind of janky and ricey. So that's why I like using the reverse light as a power source for the rear view camera. Alright, I know everything looks crazy, but now we can finally actually test and make sure that everything is working. So that's good. And I'm gonna hop back in the car, I'm gonna reinstall the radio, and we're gonna put everything in reverse and make sure everything works. All right, we're getting to the end of it, you guys. This is our rear view camera here. I'm gonna tell you all the things I gotta connect to the stereo. This is for the steering wheel controls, possibly. This is the rear view camera. This is the USB connection. All right, and just don't forget with the trigger light, you have to tap the camera into the reverse end. Okay, and if I turn this up, radio works. Another thing, let's put our foot in here, push down, reverse. Haha. Oh, it's upside down. Okay, hold on. But we are working here, so I'm just gonna start clipping, pop, 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 zipping, buzzing everything down, and then I'll show you the final product. And if you see here, I'm just gonna show you guys the final product. This is having everything reassembled. As you can see, have the cover on. I have it wrapped where it's making contact with things and it's exposed to the elements. It is tucked underneath of the carpet. And if we keep on walking around, the wiring is sitting behind the passenger side headlight. And if you come on down, you can see the rear view camera. So I'm all good to go here, you guys. We have successfully put in a stereo for this car. Man, thanks for watching. Till next time, out. Bye.